Hi everyone, I'm Allie with Potomac Beads. Join me in making this Infinity Knot Braided Bracelet or necklace. Once you learn the knot, you can make whatever you want. Keep in mind, if you need any materials, check out the link below me in the description for PotomacBeads.com as well as .eu. So to get started, the first thing you're going to need is 2 pieces of your cord. I'm going to be using leather cord here, and I have a brown as well as a black in the 1.5 millimeter. That way you'll be able to see the 2 different colors going through the knot. If you want to use something thicker or something bigger, you can do that as well, like this natural bolo cord. You have the 2 pieces of cord, and it's going to depend on what you're making. But for a 7-inch wrist, I have 2 24-inch pieces of cord. So I have those 2 24-inch pieces, one in brown and one in black. We are going to double these cords over to leave us with basically 4 pieces that are 12 inches in length. To begin, I'm going to take this first one here, the brown, and just do an overhand knot loop. I want to make sure when I'm doing the loop that the thread is not, or the leather is not crossing over itself as I make the loop. With the black, what I want you to do is take that double end there and cross it over the top of the loop that you've created. That loop then is going to go behind the left side. So I'll kind of move my hand a little bit so you can see. It's going to go behind the left side, over top of the loop that you made, and then it's going to weave over the 2 brown leather or black leather that you put on. So you're going to go through that brown loop that we initially created, over the black leather, under the black leather, and out that brown loop. From here, I want you to give a nice pull, and you can see that we do not have equal amounts here of our black and our brown cord from the length to the loop. What we need to do now is we need to feed some more cord from the ends of the doubled over thread over to the loop. So I'm going to start with the black. I'm feeding the cord from that end over, and then I'm going to pull the black loop side. That's going to tighten up my black cord and make my ends so that I have them equal amounts on either side to create and add my clasp. On the other side here, I'm going to do the same thing. So you're going to take your brown cord, feed through, make that loop a little bit bigger, then pull the loop end. Play around with that, getting that into the center of the cord and making your knot match on either side. So once you're done equaling them out, you have the option now to have the black cord and take a clasp like this antique silver magnetic clasp, glue in all of the ends, and have those nice equal sides now that they're equal. Now that they're equal, I'm also going to give you the option to get rid of 2 of those cords. So I don't want all of these cords coming back in my design for that nice knot. I just want 2 cords coming off the design. I did that in the necklace as well to eliminate 2 of the cords. Now I showed you how you had to equal them out. Now if you want the option of just having the 2 cords at the end, you're going to take the black cord that has the 2 pieces and go through the black loop. Now we have to actually go through and get rid of that loop. So we're going to do the opposite of what we just did. Pushing that back, making the loop smaller, and making the 2 strands longer. Push that back, make the loop smaller, 2 strands longer. And you can see that that loop is starting to get smaller, and then the length is getting longer. So I've started on this side here. I'm going to do the same thing with the brown, taking those 2 cords through the loop of the brown, and now play with my cord to shorten up that brown loop. So pull those cords there and pull the 2 length. You can kind of trace in your mind, if you're having trouble with it, exactly where the cords are going and pulling them over. The most important thing is you do not want the cords to overlap themselves, because that will affect the way that your design looks. So you want to make sure that the black cords are running right beside one another, not crossing over. Pulling that through. Now you have the option to just have a smaller clasp with those 2 on each side. I'm going to play around with this, getting my cords even, making sure that they are pulled in the same direction here, that I have nothing overlapping like that, and you can see the front and the back of the design. The 2 colors versus the single color look completely different when you have the different knots going on. So if you want to, you can eliminate 2 of those cords, and now we're left with 2 on either side. Once you have mastered your knot, you can put a bead over the cords if you want to. You can put a bead over all 4 cords if you keep 4, and then you just need to do a clasp. For the bolo cord here, what I will do is take out my magnetic bar clasp here, glue my bolo cord into the end there with some E6000 glue, doing one side and then the other side of the design, so it has a nice enclosed off finished end. For the bracelet, a nice simple easy way, especially if you're using this 1.5 millimeter cord, is to use one of the antique silver rubber core beads. So these are rubber core beads that have rubber in the core. You can see it there. And I put 2 through one direction, 2 through the other direction. And I want to make sure that the cords are still facing in the same direction and aren't twisted. If they are twisted, you can kind of push through and turn them as they're going, so that way you make sure that they're straight. And all you're going to do is, it's based on that rubber friction, put it to the size of your wrist, so you know what size it is after taking the 2 through the one way from left to right and the other 2 from the right to the left. I'm going to open it up to the size that I need it to be. And then just take the other ends. If you want to, you can tie them off together, or you can tie them separately. I'm gonna tie off together, making sure that it's big enough after the knot that I can slide the loop big enough to go over my knuckles. Once I have them tied there and that little knot at the end, I'm gonna do the same thing with the black one, the same distance away, putting it on and then making sure that I have the correct fit before I really do one more really tight pull with that knot. I'm going to put that on them using that rubber core to slide open to both knots. Put my bracelet on and then slide the bracelet along, making sure that I have enough cord on each side. Once you know that you have enough and that the fit is great, go ahead and trim off the extra ends of the cord. If you want to, you can glue those knots on the cord, but there you have then the finished design of that fun infinity braided knot. Thanks so much for joining me in making this infinity braided knot bracelet. Remember, you can do it as a necklace, a bracelet, you just master the knot. Once you have the knot, you can also throw in beads if you want, even some seed beads to create a fun new look. Keep in mind, you can also give a little thumbs up, comment below with any questions, comments, or suggestions that you may have, as well as subscribe to this YouTube channel to get regular updates from us here at Potomac Beads. As always, thanks for watching and enjoy your own infinity braided knot necklace.